What's up? All right. One of the toughest things to do in today's time is when you are a multifaceted individual, you have so many different skill sets, so many different viewpoints, how you see the world differently, so many skills. It's a challenge to put yourself in a situation where you pick one thing. In fact, it's almost impossible. It's damn near impossible. But one thing that I learned recently is that you don't necessarily have to do that. Even if others want you to, kind of bear with me. I'm walking up here to a better lighting spot. I don't know if I said that correctly. Whatever. Um, but it's one of those things to where it's a challenge to just pick one thing. But what's crazy is you don't have to, right? And so many of us are multifaceted and they don't realize that they are. So if you have the ability to, let's say, I don't know, change a tire, but you also know how to cook, you know how to fish, you know how to write, you know how to draw, you know how to do all these different things. Many people don't understand that just about everyone on earth that's walking, that's breathing, that's living is multifaceted. But they don't see it that way, but you are. You don't have to put yourself in any box. It's not necessary. In fact, it's one of the worst things that you can do in today's time because things are changing so rapidly that, when you are spending 5, 10, 15 years studying one thing, that thing has probably become obsolete at this point, right? So you want to gift yourself, and I always speak on giving yourself permission. Give yourself permission to try new things, to explore new avenues, to learn new skills, to, expose yourself to different thought process. Do all these different things in this world because this is your life, right? And many people can grasp that concept, but I'm sharing that because I used to struggle with this. Oh, how do I market myself? How do I promote myself when I have so many different skill sets? I know how to do so many different things. I'm involved in different businesses, not just from a day-to-day, from an active standpoint, but also from an investment standpoint, right? So investing in other people's projects. And it makes you realize that I don't have to, right? Who told you that you have to just pick one thing? That's such an outdated way of thinking, not understanding that we don't live in that day and age anymore. We live in the day and age to where the people who are thinking outside the box, who are creative, this is your time, right? This is your time to shine. This is your time to allow yourself to explore different skill sets, different avenues, so that way you can be free. Being multifaceted is about freedom. It's about creativity. It's about allowing your critical thinking to come to life. And if you look around, that's pretty much what they beat out of society for the most part. They beat, what do we lack in today's time? We lack people who think creatively, who are, resourceful, who lack creative thinking or critical thinking. And it makes you realize that those three things are what would allow you to essentially live a life of freedom. Without those three things, then you're essentially following other people's orders. You're following other people's viewpoints on how you should live and how you should do things. And that's just not a life that I ever wanted to live. And it's not true to who I am, nor is it true to who you are. Your nature is evolutionary. You as an individual, your being is, multifaceted by nature. Your body operates on a multifaceted capacity. So many different moving parts that are operating without you understanding them, right? Everything around you, your life should be multifaceted. And you are, whether you realize it or not. You show up differently when you're a parent. You show up differently when you're at work. You show up differently in your career, your business. You have all these different skill sets, knowledge, abilities, that you yourself are a multifaceted individual. You're not an expert in just one thing. And so I want you to wake up to that because it's the truth. It's the absolute truth. So moving forward, and I always share this, I want you to give yourself permission. Give yourself permission to explore more, to be more, to try new things, especially moving forward because things are changing so rapidly that one of the worst things you can do is stay the same. Staying the same is too close to being stagnant. And you don't want to do that. So give yourself the permission, the opportunity to explore, to do more things moving forward. And who knows, what if it just all works out? All these moving pieces, these moving parts coming together to create something beautiful, your own masterpiece, your own painting, right? And I was sharing with my cousin recently, We each have our own canvas. Our life is our canvas. And if you're looking at other people, you know, and how they're painting their canvas, then you're not painting your own. You're living someone else's life. And so that's what I want you to understand. Where you are right now, you are creating your own canvas, your own life. So design it how you want it. Lifestyle by design. How do you want to live? Where do you want to live? You know, where do you want to be? Do you want to live in a warmer climate for, you know, 3 months out of the year? Like, actively design your life and how you want to live it. Be intentional. It's not about perfection, but it's about being intentional about the life that you want to live. And I can't stress that enough. So wherever you are right now, if you're listening to this, you're watching this video, gift yourself the ability to be multifaceted. Give yourself permission to try new things, to explore new avenues, you know, whether it's pottery, whether it's, you know, golfing, whatever. You do not have to be an expert. Give yourself the permission to try it out, see how you like it. You may actually love it. You actually may want to do more of it. But this is your life, this is your canvas, and I hope you decide to paint it however you want to paint it. Today's message.